Drive on Lugnutz.
And we are live.
And that is how I was almost killed by a hippopotamus.
This is crazy. I didn't know they were so ornery.
And in Delaware County.
Oh, hey gang.
Hi, Lugnutz.
We are obviously from the top here, screen here. We are the Triforce. That's tomorrow.
This is Lugnutz.
This is
Here to
Lugnutz.
be even luggier and nuttier.
Even nuttier, especially today, because we are starting off this PJ and WH Network program of Lugnutz with myself, Matthew Bucarell, the Madman, and Stephen Bucarell, Big Brother. And our hero at time is here as well. But like I promised you last week, we have a very, very special treat.
Yes, we do.
Wade Harris and James Legion. Oh. No, it's not Bill Murray.
It's not Bill Murray?
It's not Bill Murray. No.
Oh, it's upside down.
And upside down, yes. But
we're going to hang it up over there.
Yeah, we're going to have Bill Murray watching over us. That is an exciting part. But the other thing that I wanted to allude to originally is James Legion and Wade Harris made a new intro for Lugnutz. I happened to get the skinny last week, and I put a little production intro together. I'm probably going to start off the show every time with this intro. So without further ado, welcome to Lugnutz.
Drive on Lugnutz.
Drive on Lugnutz indeed, boys and girls. That is our new intro by James Legion and Chris Watts. My God, man. How awesome was that?
That is a very awesome song.
So, like I said before, I gave them 2 fence posts to steer in between, and they came right in the middle there between the Allman Brothers and Godsmack. Obviously, they nailed it.
I think they nailed it.
Yeah, I don't know how somebody can nail something that exact. But you can find this here, Purge Hangers and Wall Hangers webpage, pjandwh.com. You'll find all of our promo videos right up top here, as well as all of our podcast right here. We're linking you to the main podcast viewers. We got Triforce podcast last week, Bruce Leroy Jenkins, Metaphorical Tentacles.
And no green shirt this week.
No floating head. Green. It should have been floating head, Space Brother. But last week's Lugnutz was Nuclear Car Jetson Sound Mode. And as he alluded to, he wore a green shirt and sat right in front of the green screen. And It looked like he was like a version of Space Ghost or Cosmic Ghost Rider. And I was cracking up the entire time.
Yeah, you see it over here.
Yeah, it's that one right over there. But if you also like, you can contact us. Next week, we are going to have Kelly Collins on. Had a bit of a snafu. He went to the grocery store. Big mistake.
He may get out of the grocery store before next week.
Yeah. So
sorry, Kelly.
At
least
he said as soon as he gets out. So that's about the time when he gets out.
It'll be next week. Yeah. Lines are that long.
Yeah. So you can contact the team. Let us know what's happening, Luggy and Nutty, with you, and find us on all of social media. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And each week we start off with the automotive news. What do you got?
Yes, this week we have a blazer in China. Nissan is positively
Wow, okay.
Pup tent on an NSX and a mini Tomahawk for a reasonable price.
Okay, so I'm guessing that's a car and not just a very tiny Tomahawk.
It has 4 wheels. We'll just leave it at that.
So you can't use it to scalp people.
You may get scalped if you use it the wrong way. You may.
Okay, fair enough. It earns the name then.
Fair enough. Up first here we have the official launch in China of the Chevy Blazer.
Okay.
They have a very interesting statement. This is an all-wheel drive, 7-passenger, 2-liter, 4-cylinder, 233 horsepower SUV with 3 full rows for adults. There it is there.
Okay.
They have a very interesting statement. It's right here, I think. They wish to fulfill the diverse needs and preferences of local consumers through its youthful, sporty, stylish, and fashionable interiors.
You know, the really interesting part, the feature about these cars that they offer is it comes with an optional wet market in the back.
Scroll down to some
They're
of
really
the
trying to
interior
meet the
photos.
needs of all the people. And you'll find
That's not bad looking. It kind of looks
there.
like, you know.
it looks like a Chevy.
Hey,
I mean, I guess even
it's
China
very sporty for a Chevy.
Look, China gave us Corona. We gave them Chevy. I think we're not even, but you know we're getting close.
No.
We're getting close. It's small steps.
Yeah.
But that interior though.
It has a minimalistic, stylish interior with the
Once again, big
the
old dumb
monitor.
screen right in the center.
Yes, because they have to by
But
law.
they kept the shifter.
Yes.
No buttons, no dials. They kept a shifter. I
They
gotta respect
will.
that.
They're going to do something very different for China. They're going to sell it for about in American, about 37,000 is what they'll sell it for in China. They're going to have 5 varieties of trim, ranging from the very traditional to that's probably in the middle somewhere. If you scroll down, you have more interiors.
The third row.
The
That
third-
isn't a wet market.
Yes, the third row is odd. The third row has the 3 people seat, the 3 seats, and the back row has 2.
Yeah, so the second row
It's kind of bizarre.
The big seat there, and then you have two in the back. That's,
Normally they do it backwards.
it's the modern day minivan is really what an SUV is. You get the right trim level with the seats, or even if you don't want the seats and you want cargo space, they got little areas there.
And
but
here is some of the things they had.
look at that little tiny little engine.
Since they mentioned their technology as well, with their advanced technology in the statement earlier, they have advanced technology like a 10-inch floating display. You're impressed already, right? 8-inch instrument panel. I know.
So the display sleeps above the covers.
37 storage
3
spaces.
feet above the covers.
Yes.
This is Bill Murray joke. Reference the man right there. There we go.
And 69.6 cubic feet of feet space.
Yeah, and that's honestly, I was looking at that. I believe it was right here. It is the 69.6 cubic feet of cargo room. That's pretty good. That's pretty decent.
That's not bad. And 37 places to store stuff.
Yeah, lots of little hidden compartments.
Hopefully, until the Chinese will like it, or they won't.
So
It's not a bad car. Buy our cars. Up next, we have leaked photos of the new Nissan Rogue. There it is, right there, folks.
So it looks like a
Right
Rogue.
here.
It looks like a Rogue then.
Looks just like a Rogue. Let's see. We have some interesting features. It's a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, 180 torques are screwed in there with 188 horsepower, which sounds like nothing.
And between these two red cars, I'm shocked to say this, but I kind of prefer the Ford.
Yeah. They're trying to compete with the number 1 seller on the market, which is the Toyota RAV4 in this class.
Yeah, you're not going to do that.
It looks like a Rogue.
So that way you know what the asshole in front of you is driving. Rogue, right there. Got to have it big, nice big name. It looks like a Rogue.
Do they have interior
It's a little bit more
photos we can talk
square
about?
of a body style in the back.
That is a
know?
Nissan thing. They like the big square. Like remember the
Very smooth in the front.
Yeah, the toaster they released, that toaster truck that they just stopped.
Yeah. The Soul, or no,
So it's kind of a stylish interior. Looks like they're going
Frontier.
with multiple.
the
Yes,
Frontier.
that one.
So Nissan, I guess we could say Nissan is like a mullet. You know, very nice in the front, party in the back.
Yeah.
Nissan is a mullet. Might be the title of the
Stylish interior, Nissan.
That's the best part about a
mullet.
Nissan is the interior. You don't see how ugly the exterior is.
The worst part's the ride.
Yeah.
It's a suspension.
But, I mean, you know, I don't know what's going on here. You got the smartphone
instrument
charger.
panel, the smartphone charger looks like a dial for the
Big
heads-up
screen with
display.
the apps.
Should really be touchscreen.
I don't see a Waze app there.
Those
I'm just
things
saying.
should really be touchscreen by now, don't you think?
Yeah.
I should just be able to touch it.
Well, now you see, like, even Acura went with the touchpad for the screen.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
a good
people are
move.
like, just make it a touchscreen.
A little more touchscreen. That would be
Okay.
nice. So
Interesting
this
gauge.
this is their gauge. It's a bit different. I like how they have the
The Navi is
the
nice.
nav right in front of you.
Right in front of you. No turning and cocking your head. Like, where was I supposed to turn?
Yes, this. So instead of having a car that does everything for you, this Nissan has more driver choices with the surfaces. They're touting this as a very big thing. It does. The car doesn't make the decisions.
You poor service
For
advisors. All the stupid transmission
Snow,
concerns.
yes, snow, rain,
I
mountains.
had it on road mode, but my son told me I should have it on snow. Like, there's no snow, ma'am. You don't need to put it on snow. I could just hear the people just not understanding what they want.
Yeah, and is that a checkered flag?
That's race mode.
Race mode, off-road to race.
Or that's
Nissan's giving you everything.
a flag expansion. So if you have a flag on the car, it just grows bigger.
Yes. Up next, Nissan searches to positively inspire the young.
Okay.
Nissan, Ford, and Rolls-Royce have coloring and activity books with
enough.
cars to color, and they're going to have a competition for children under the age of 16. We don't need to watch this. He just says
Oh, it's just him talking.
him
and
with
the
his
kid.
with a lot of naked paintings in the background.
It's art.
Yes, that's why I called them
More
paintings.
paint.
So the winner, they're going to have a competition. There's a hashtag draw is what it is. The winner will get driven to school will be chauffeured to school in a Rolls Royce.
I mean, that's worth it. Or do they? How
Right
young is young?
there.
Is a
16,
34-year-old is too old?
16 and under. You're a
Okay.
bit old.
Okay.
You probably
I'm
have to
just
enroll
saying.
in school.
Compared to like a 16-year-old, I bet you I could rock
where
her.
would you be driven?
I don't know, man. It's a Rolls Royce. I'll go to Freddy's for all I care. It's a Rolls Royce.
Yeah. Well, they are really quick in the drive-through, as I went through the other day.
I mean, just getting somebody to chauffeur you to work, that'd be nice.
Yeah, and if you're looking for things to do for kids, they have each of their websites. They have activity books and coloring and activity stuff.
Yeah.
For kids on their website.
Nice. So there's always that there, man. That's
Put it
good
up with
stuff.
the hashtag. You can find it at Media Post or whatever I did. Now Nissan's trying something very different. Instead of the traditional lithium battery,
Yes.
now they're going to go with polymer.
Interesting choice.
It's a very different choice. Mm-hmm.
Ion, current cell case, positive electrode, negative electrode. So
It is a lower cost alternative
Yeah.
than the polymers are easier to obtain than the lithium.
probably easier on the plates,
Which
I
is-
would imagine as well.
Yeah.
Because here you see how the flow of a conventional battery cell is.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the ion, boop, 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 and it's going, it has its flow, positive, negative. Here, boom, it looks a lot more evenly spread.
They say it is like a cheaper, energy-dense, solid-state battery. Bipolar structure of the polymer base gives it the power.
Okay. So, yeah, it's the
they have
structure of the
that.
material.
They're
that
looking
using.
for better alternatives than, conflict minerals.
I mean, conventional batteries, especially once you start putting a lot more electronics into them, like the regular 12 volts, you see a lot of the SUVs going with a lot more powerful of a battery. and they're a lot more expensive as well. The electric glass mat, which is still a conventional style battery, it's different materials, but the all polymer battery may be it may be an interesting thing for Nissan to check out and see if that works.
You can find the story on InsideEVs.com. They have all the gritty polymer lithium details for you.
Okay.
Up next, we have a very interesting NSX.
Take that away from that man.
No. This is the prototype. He's going to drive this across the country, or that was his plan. Mm-hmm. He did not actually get in that. He was afraid he was going to crush the top of the car.
Oh, God, no. Yeah, no. That does not look like a good idea at all.
If you'll scroll down...
Did Clarkson make that?
Yeah. He wanted to driven across the country, so he modded the wheels, the bumpers, lowered the suspension, and put a tent on the roof.
Ugh.
But the tent didn't work. Let's go down to the videos. We don't need to watch his
that's convenient, though.
Next, he went... Yeah, that is the way it starts. That's where he started. That's the tent. Looks convenient. Looks very James May-like. Didn't have to do a lot of body modifications. It looks like
slight little mount right there. I wouldn't
go
trust
down
that
to
either.
This is not the finished product. This is just the first.
Oh, that's
take.
just the first one.
Yeah, no. Then he went with a cargo box. You see, he's using it to carry toilet paper. Oddly enough, and he made it look a bit like an NSX. Photos down below. This is what he finally ended up going with. No, there you go there.
Okay, that's a little bit more classy.
It'll pop open. You'll see a picture of the tent so he can drive it around. He wants it very much like a track car. So he doesn't want to lose the NSX-ness of it.
Yeah.
That's the original.
I would probably only trust the dog in that.
Yeah. But the other one, there's no other...
I mean, it looks very...
It pops up. He can sleep in it, I guess, if that's your thing.
I mean, it's very stylish. I'd probably take that off if you're going to try and do any track.
It does look like it's a fun car to drive.
Yeah, if you're going to take that on the track, I'd probably take that dumb thing off. Probably add to your time a little bit.
Looks like it's just secured with suction cup, so it doesn't look like it'll be very...
Good Lord. The things people do with enough money, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, yeah, there's that.
That is very interesting, and I like when people do clever things for cars. And it matches the car.
It's clever.
Yes.
Yeah, that's clever. That's clever.
As clever as it gets.
So,
the Acura Integra is going to get a turbocharger.
Okay, turbocharged V6. Okay.
They're going to pack in only a 3-liter engine.
Man, I love
They had a 3.5-liter engine in the current one.
So look at that front. That is how you do a car, man.
That is concept art.
That's how
We have a story about concept art coming up soon.
Oh man, yeah.
It is a very sleek car, but they're going to downsize the engine with V6.
I do have a biased opinion because I work for them.
Produces 290 horsepower. They say it'll produce 300 with the turbocharger.
Okay, so yeah. I was about to say about like 290. That's about
But they are scaling it back. The current one has a 3.5-liter engine, and it gets a whole lot more horsepower. So if you want something with more horsepower,
the 3.5 is a decent.
Call Acura today.
Yeah, it's a really, really nice engine to have in these TLXs. They do come with a 4-cylinder. That's like the base package, but you really want the V6.
Don't get the 4-cylinder.
Yeah,
do yourself a favor.
You want the V6. Not
if
saying
you're
that the
getting this,
4-cylinder is bad. But if you're getting this car, it's a full-size sedan, you're going to want that V6 with that power, man.
Absolutely.
So, onwards and upwards.
Next, we have the story about a legend. This is very legendary. Acura legend with 572,750 miles on it.
Oof.
Not only is that amazing, it's got the original gearbox.
That is amazing.
It is a 1994. He bought it in Las Vegas in 03.
Wow.
He lived in 2 seasons of snow in Utah,
Jesus.
and he has the same gearbox.
I guarantee, man, that thing is garage kept. Look at that, especially
That's
for being
beautiful.
in a snowy state.
He had when they were going to do a photo shoot for this, he got that shit detailed.
Good job too.
It's the only
But
way to do it.
These cars, man,
It's a beautiful little car.
very, very nice cars. The Legends are just that, a legend, and they are just so amazing. People that have them just absolutely love them. They hold on to them.
Click on that last photo. Is that receipts?
That is all the maintenance and all
Oh,
the
that's
service
beautiful.
history. He has done all the recommended maintenance. This is how you get 500 plus thousand miles on your car. You do the maintenance. You know why this guy
Wow,
still
that's
has that car?
beautiful.
He parks it in a garage, not on grass.
He doesn't
Swear to God.
eat it from the looks
Let
of
me
it.
say that again. He doesn't park it on grass.
Why would you park your car on grass?
I don't know. People don't know about moisture and rust. This car, not a spot of rust. 500,000 miles on it. It looks great. I still see cars like the Legend and other even Type R's and other Hondas and Acuras come into my shop and they look this good. They have amazingly high amount of miles. So if you can grab one of these cars, I'm biased, but the Legend. And of course, there's that meme that is out there of the Acura Legend with it has Legend and then his license plate says of Zelda.
That one I have seen.
That one is classic, and it's a green car, which is nice.
And that one's a 6-speed from his license.
But that's a Triforce, and that's tomorrow. But I really love the Legend, man.
That is a fantastic little
good-
car if you're looking to pick one up.
That's a good pick-me-up story. A lot like if you were looking for a home and you didn't know where to go. Well,
Yes. Where could you park a car like that? Where would you go?
Not the order of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If you did want to know, I could probably talk about that tomorrow. That's a different podcast. That was a slip of the finger. But my finger didn't slip because you want to hop on over to kw.com and you want to visit Caitlin Carezzi and the team because they have Carezzi real estate deals. No, but seriously, are you looking to buy a home? Don't know where to begin? Let me point out Caitlin and the Anne-Marie Carezzi real estate team, located at 1400 North Providence Road, Building 2, Suite 1000, Media, PA 19063. Caitlin, a Delco native, loves what she does as a realtor. She specializes in assisting first-time home buyers who aren't sure where to start, relishing in the excitement that what comes with walking them through step by step through the process, becoming a homeowner. And as our local real estate team, Caitlin and her team are licensed in PA, New Jersey, and Delaware. They work with buyers and sellers, so stop on over to kw.com, find your dream home, sell your old dream home, which will be somebody else's new dream home, where they can park a car like our next story.
Every home is someone's dream home.
It's very true, very true.
Up next, we have Jeep. The Jeep Grand Cherokee will be changing. They're going to use the Alfa Romeo platform, which is slightly longer. They're going with a V6, V8, and hybrid.
Could have had a V8.
Yeah, but they could also go with a hybrid. So they're going to be doing with that. So how much could they get wrong?
Well, you know, Alfa.
I don't know.
It's Italian company.
Longer wheelbase, bigger car. I'm sorry,
Look,
Lincoln.
maybe if they just buy it, maybe if you buy a car that they built before lunch.
Yeah. No.
I don't think they tell you that when you're buying the car, though.
No. They are great cars to drive, but, you know, I'm sure Jeep will fix all the problems.
Sure.
Like they always do.
Fix it again, Tony.
Yeah.
Another
Up next.
Dodge.
So, all the time we're on here talking about concept cars.
Yeah, man.
So, in 2001, the Super 8 Hemi was a concept, and this was it.
That's a face only
It's
a
a
mother
bit
could
rough.
Yeah,
but
that's a face only a mother could love.
This article on the drive.com in the news section is all about how concept cars kind of get changed over the years. We're here for the pictures. This is the original concept car. That is a face only a mother can love. That is the Super 8 concept. If you go down below, you have a very concept car-looking interior.
They have that crosshair right there, so if you have a 50 cal, you know where to shoot.
Yes, but we have the finished concept at the very end. It is very, very... Ooh.
It's very retro looking. Like they tried to take that Beach Boys car vibe and mix it with like a Magnum or a 300.
The back doesn't disturb me. The part that disturbs me the most is that windshield.
What are you, a school bus?
Look at that thing.
Yeah,
What
are you, a school bus? What is that?
Oh, that would not be legal because you have to have a certain...
Yeah, man. Like, I didn't like it when the Civics had that sloped front end, but that was just way too angled.
They wanted this to replace the Crown Vic for all police cars, which oddly enough they did for a while. If you go down,
very Fallout looking.
Here's the car that they came up with. It looks almost identical. You see where the inspiration, where they had to. Who knew a dog could take up so much room? He's 2.5 feet long. He takes the whole couch.
Yeah, he takes the whole bed up too.
Yes.
But now that is
that concept and
how you refine it.
Yeah. So when it's the ugliest concept on the face of the earth,
people still love that car.
Yeah, they're everywhere. They have a comparison to the other car. They took that. That is the Chrysler 300, I believe.
Even the neighbors have one. They're still they go forever. And I know a lot of old Dodge fans.
There is one moment I had when I was working direct care, I had a coworker that had a little Toyota. And then the Toyotas, they're compact cars, so you sit right here.
Yeah, very much on.
And he was a African guy, which was not very American. And he got a Chrysler 300. He was so surprised at those seats. Look, me and my brother could sit in the front driver's seat, and we would be fine. It is so much room. Who needs that much room? Who?
Americans
need that much room.
Yeah.
Go for a walk.
And that's really the difference of cultural design in the cars that you do kind of have to take into from concept to actual practical model.
And this was not only the concept for this car, they took this concept and turned it into another. They took the engine, and this was the Hemi that they use in all these cars.
Great at top-end speed and top-end power, but it is horrible at the low end.
355 horsepower.
6.4 liter, yeah. That's a 5.7.
Absolutely.
So, so they continue to use the engine.
So this is the interior.
The hell.
You look at the interior, it's got that heads-up display. This is in 2001, remember?
Yeah, all right.
The heads-up display, they have the weird mini-like gauges.
Parking
it's very
buttons.
Futuristic.
Very
buttons. In many cars, like Rolls-Royce, they just have drive.
I bet you that car has a Jetson sound button mode.
Yeah. Yeah. A standard radio, climate control, which in many cars is in there today.
Nice.
And I think they have a photo that they have the screens in the back like you have today. Looks like they have extra straps and adjustable seats.
In case you want to strap your kids to the base of the floor.
Probably just
keeps moving around. Strap that fucker to the floorboard.
It's a concept car. It's probably holding the seats to the
it's probably not for functional practical use.
And they are still with us. Do you recognize these cars? This is the result.
Oh yeah, man. That styling. You just get that thought in your head, and then you can get some really decent actual.
They add a little polish on it, and they got two.
This is like a video game company saying this is like Cyberpunk when they were like, "Hey, we just need time to refine and polish it," and then it comes out like that. That's how it's going to happen for Cyberpunk. They're going to be like, "Yep, no, look, this is what we did." And you're going to be like, "Holy shit, good job! You needed that time." That's why you need to give the people making shit time. Let them do their thing. They'll get it right eventually.
Have you heard about the Tomahawk?
The thing used to scalp people.
No.
Probably not the car.
This
the bike.
is the Tomahawk Mini, the original Tomahawk. If you can just click on a photo. The original Tomahawk was made from a V10 8.3 liter Viper engine.
You know what? I have heard of this one. Yes.
Everyone has heard of this one once you see it. It does have 4 wheels.
Very, blade.
And it looks like it has spokes for 2 people to ride it. This engine is...
Or just like you see here, that's just so you can lay down while you're driving and get more speed and have
This
less
one
drag.
is not a V10 engine. It's vastly, vastly smaller.
Well,
it is a... Where did I write it down? A 4-stroke engine.
Okay. So you got a little 4-banger in there, but still, that's interesting.
It does look like it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so you see that's where your pegs are. So you can get less drag, a lot more downforce.
Very Batman-like. It looks a lot like the Batman bike.
The Batmobile, or the Batcycle. Yeah.
Was
That was Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight.
4? Second into the
It was the
third
Christopher Nolan Bat movies, and it was in Dark Knight.
Yes.
Dark Knight Rises was with Bane.
You can get one in China for $1,000. It comes to about $3,300 when you get it shipped over from China to the U.S. I wouldn't get it shipped over today.
So if you've already been saving up in that stimulus package check,
if you have an extra $3,300, give it a shot.
Stimulus check, maybe you tell your wife, you know what, we don't need a Tiger. How about I just buy the Tomahawk instead? She'll be like, fine. Buy the stupid bike thing. You're not.
What do you need a missile for?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with a missile? You don't even have a jet.
It's not that kind of Tomahawk. God, I wish if they sold a woman. There's some like Ralph Kramden motherfucker trying to buy a Tomahawk missile, I bet. Ralph Kramden buys Tomahawk. Title of the podcast.
Yes.
So I'm liking the Tomahawk. I'm liking the Tomahawk now that my memory is jostled there.
What do you think about a nice hot hatch? One with about 257 horsepower coming from Toyota.
I'll take it.
Here it is. This is what they're putting out to compete.
Absolutely.
With the Golf.
Sean Ennis is watching and he says, America.
Yes. Nothing America
about this.
Nothing
one.
America about this. This is all
Sorry,
Toyota.
Sean. That was a couple stories ago. But now this story
showed
is
up
Toyota.
4 stories ago or so. We would have had.
Who knows? I just noticed
The first story was all about America.
This one's about Japan.
Yes.
How we bombed them, and the radiation affected the brains and made them make good cars.
Yeah.
Don't 1+1 that thing. We don't need radiation. That's not how that works. But
it'll have a 1.6 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. This is the same type of engine that goes in the Yaris GR. 6-speed manual is rumored. They want to have this as a big competitor to
that would be nice, and especially to have the 6-speed manual. That would be really
sporty,
nice.
all sorts of stuff. If
Toyota
they don't have the manual, no one's going to be interested.
Toyota makes a really, really nice manual transmission. The ones that they use in their cars, when you do get a Toyota manual, fantastic.
Absolutely. Look for it soon at your Toyota dealer, I imagine.
I would imagine that as well. Yeah.
You could look at a Ford dealer, but they won't have it.
No. And for the last story, 2020.
So, the Corolla XSE. This guy did a story about the Toyota Corolla, how it has a sharper new look to it. It's supposed to be a sporty version of the Corolla.
Probably blur out my license plate if I was me, but okay.
It's a rental. It's from the dealership, so he doesn't care. He's got a few problems with it.
Once again, that windshield looks very Honda Civic esque when they did the steeper slant to it.
Oh, it's huge. They're going for a more aggressive front and rear. It has a supposed bigger engine. And I would like him to stop ending sentences in prepositions. Please!
If you could. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. But on a lighter note, that kind of looks like a Yaris.
Wouldn't that be nice too?
From this angle, that really reminds me of like a Yaris.
Yeah, It has a front diffuser, 18 whole inches of rims.
That whole 1-inch spoiler on
Oh,
the back, boy.
look at that spoiler! Oh, got to impress some people with that.
You're gonna get some downforce from that bitch.
169 whole horsepower out of this beast, 2-liter turbo inline 4.
Your grandma is gonna love this car.
That is with the upgraded version. The regular version comes with a 1.8, 139 horsepower.
He's not impressed.
Oh, he's not impressed.
He's not impressed at
He
all.
doesn't like it, and he's
He
going to
doesn't
ask
like
me
the
to
engine.
move in a minute.
Yeah, there we go.
About a standard Toyota interior, he says it's not sporty, it's not quick, and it's not exciting.
It's not exciting. That's
No.
my problem with Toyotas. They try to do stuff.
Get one from about 20 to about 29-ish. It'll get
Well,
about
even still.
31 to 38 miles to the gallon.
You have pictures like the exterior here, right? You have a sharp-looking front end. Sharp.
The
It looks like you could
outside of
shave
the
with it.
car doesn't look bad.
You know, yeah, your back end.
The
whatever.
spoiler is a joke, but
Yeah, engine. It is.
I mean,
what
it's
it is.
a Toyota, so you
But,
would expect it
You
to
know,
last.
you're looking at the interior here, and it's not impressive. Yeah, you have
No.
the screen, but so does everybody.
You
Very
have to
compact.
have the screen.
Still has the shifter. Nothing impressive at all right here. You know, I imagine.
They kind of just went with a standard.
Yeah, and
I would really expect more out of Toyota.
menu,
Toyota, what are you doing to us?
volume, all this. Like, it looks like it's not even touchscreen. I may be wrong
Yeah.
about that. You know, oh, it has this nice little stitching here. Spend less money on stitching, more money on
That is what I'll
Making it
call the
interesting.
wow factor.
like this.
No. Put in the striped seats. No one will notice the shitty dash.
Oh, these seats are nice. That's interesting. It's about as interesting as your grandmom getting a new magnet on her fridge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, it's a...
And on this bombshell, it's not sporty, it's not nice, it's not exciting, but we have the correct label right here.
Yeah.
That's what's important. We did it right this week.
Absolutely. Whole podcast. Now, tomorrow may still say Lugnutz, but we'll figure that out. You'll find the funniest moment from tonight's podcast right here eventually on the all videos. We also have the brand new intro in there as well. This has been a great podcast, man. I really like the intro. I'm really happy and thankful for Wade and James for making it. And, you know, obviously we always want to thank one Mr. Bill Murray for inspiring us all and, you know, generally just being a great guy.
All right, we'll get it framed and it'll stay up way better.
Yes. And you can contact us and the team right here. Leave us your name, or if you don't, whatever. Email and your message. See if you have something luggy and nutty, something crazy that happens. We're going to have Kelly on next week, and he's going to let us know what's luggy and nutty going on with his car. And, yeah, if you want to be part of the podcast family, contact the team right here, man. We'll answer. We'll let you know. Also, make sure you like, subscribe below. Click that mash and subscription button. Click the share button. Let your friends see the podcast as well. So, I guess there's only one way to end this podcast, really. And that's with another playing of our epic intro. It'll be the outro.
Absolutely.
As always, Lugnutz, doesn't matter if you drive a Prius or a Ferrari. Nothing drives without Lugnutz. We'll see you next time. Drive on. Oh, perfect. Oh, and that's green, by the way. It's green. Little cool editing effects that I learned here. I love the 80s high-pitched scream here. And it fits with my disgusting face. And the Peugeot. Be dreaming of a better car.
That was a nice looking person.
And then I made sure right there to focus in on Rutledge Wood Guy and pan out so we know, like, no, that motherfucker was
The
Rutledge Wood.
nuclear powered Ford concept.
On Lugnutz.
Drive on, Lugnutz. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Pizza. Pizza. Cuckoo.
So make sure you're actually driving your
Just,
car.
once a week you should be good.
Start it up, drive it. Not for long. 15-minute drive, something like that. Charge up the battery. Make sure
Oil changed every
everything's going.
3,000 miles or 3 months. Very important.
Check your owner's manual.
Fluids, stuff like
Different
that.
cars have different maintenance regimens, but you still need to keep up on it just because you're not driving as often. So make sure you check that as well. Check the oil, air pressure, crazy temperatures. We were in
Vacuum
summer,
it.
then we're back to winter.
Vacuum it, love it, clean
Wash
it.
it if you're especially
Gives you something to do. It involves water and cleaning, so you're probably fine if you're not too cold.
Yeah, that's true.
But with this weather, it could be 100 degrees tomorrow. Nobody knows. Just like when this is going to end.
And on that bombshell, drive on. Do
I never underestimate your pickiness, Vader.
Okay, I like it.
Like here. Subscribe. Over here. Here.
So they're going to
here.
click subscribe right on your face. They're going to find all the Luggy and Nutty podcast in the playlist right there and above my head. You're going to find the best podcast for you.